So in this section, we're going to cover what is my headline, why is it important? Your headline is this piece of text and it sits underneath your picture and your name. And it's really, really important. And I want you to think of it like a newspaper headline. It's something that grabs people's attention. And in your headline, there's a couple of different elements. You have 120 characters to describe who you are and what you do. And it does not have to be only your job title and your company if you're currently working. And the words in your headline, they really influence LinkedIn's search engine results ranking, or SEO. And I would like you to consider everything that you do in your job currently, but if you're not working, like all of your skills and all of your experience that you can bring to a role. But I also like you to consider your story and your personal brand as well, because we have to appeal to hearts and minds through our headline. And lastly, I'd like you to remember that your headline, it's not set in stone. So what I mean by this is you can change it around every few weeks or every few months. I'm always tweaking and changing my headline and trying out different words and seeing what effect that has on my profile views. So it's really easy to change your headline. It's just a click of a blue pencil. So you should always make sure that your headline is up to date and it always reflects your current career or where you're going. So there's a few reasons why your headline is important. And the first reason comes into play when you post any content. So for example, in this picture, I was delivering a LinkedIn talk to great female tech students, like women in STEM students. And so we took a photograph and I posted it on the newsfeed. And what you can see here at the top is that it shows your name and your picture, and then it has your headline then underneath. But it only shows maybe about 50% of your headline. And what this means is that for me, like the newsfeed is prime advertising retail space on LinkedIn. And it's free advertising. So LinkedIn doesn't give us very much for free. So we have to be very clever in how we use LinkedIn and what they give us for free. So we have to make people curious. So we have to get clicks, bring people back to their own personal profiles. And ideally, we would get a connection request from them out of the curiosity that we have brought to our headlines. And then next we have to sell. So there's nothing wrong with selling, yourself, selling your company, and selling what you do and what skills that you can bring. And as I said before, LinkedIn, it doesn't give you very much for free. So we just have to be very mindful of all the little tips and tricks and how we use all the free elements of LinkedIn. The next part of why our headline is so important is that your headline appears when you comment on a post. So for example, with this company, you can see up at the top, Louise commented on this, and then underneath you can see the comment there. It says looking good, but again, you get my name, you get my picture, and you get about half of my headline. So you can see that headline is an older headline and it was reflective of where I was at in the business at the time. So by commenting on other people's posts, there's a few elements at play. So firstly, LinkedIn loves it when you comment on other people's posts because that's engagement, and it loves to see like human to human and person engagement. And actually it will push that post further across the newsfeed because you have commented on it. But also, I suppose it shows that you may know a company, or you may know somebody a bit better by the fact that you're commenting on their post. And you should never be afraid to leave a positive comment or an interesting comment on somebody's post, because they're really, really hard to get comments, and it actually will make you kind of stand out a bit better. But at the same time, you have to be genuine, and I wouldn't overdo it. So let's say you're trying to get into a company for a job, and you're connected with the HR person, and every post that they put up, if you start commenting on that every single time, it's going to become really, really obvious, and it's going to eat away at your credibility. So golden rule of thumb is commenting is great, but always just be genuine when you do it. So another element I want to show you about your headline is some people ask me what to do about adding in currently seeking opportunities. So this is an example from somebody I know on LinkedIn, and you can see here that they have their current job title, but they're not working at the moment, but they've put in office administrator, and then they have currently seeking opportunities. So this is a very, I suppose, internal kind of temperature approach. So some people may be comfortable with putting in currently seeking opportunities, or maybe if you've recently lost your job or you've been made redundant and you don't want to be putting it out there into LinkedIn, you can choose not to put that up there either. But the benefits to putting this up would be like for a recruiter or anybody working in talent acquisition. They may see this and say, okay, that person is actively seeking work. I'm going to ring them and I'm going to drop them a message on LinkedIn and have a chat and find out a bit more about them, because it might just be kind of easier for them if you're actively engaged in seeking a new role, rather than trying to kind of convince you to get you to leave or to get you to consider going for an interview in another company. But again, it's a total personal opinion. It's completely up to you. There's no right way or wrong way to go about it. And just before we get into the nitty-gritty of what words to use in our headline, I just want to talk about this default setting on LinkedIn. Okay, so there's a really annoying default setting on LinkedIn. So when you go to add in a new job, so let's say this is a new job that I want to add in here. Can you see down at the end it says update my headline? And this is default ticked, and it's really annoying because I spent a lot of time crafting my 120 character headline, which I'm going to show you how to do shortly. But let's say I have this new job and I put in my new job title and my company and my location, and let's say I forget to untick this. What's going to happen is it's going to wipe away my lovely 120 character headline, and it's just going to replace it with my new job title. Let's say it could be director or managing director at, I'll go LinkedIn. Go big or go home. So what it would replace my lovely 120 character headline, you see it's done it here now, update my headline. It's done it automatically. So my lovely 120 character headline is gone. So my advice to you in that situation would be to always, first of all, untick that. But if you forget to untick that, what you should do doing any work on your LinkedIn headline is that you write it in a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc or whatever word processing platform you use, and have a separate copy always saved somewhere else. Because if you do accidentally forget to untick that box and it wipes away your lovely 120 character headline, there's no drama, because you have your headline saved in another document and you just copy and paste that and you pop it in and you hit save and it's all fine.